Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. Desk is a little messy. I've been die cutting for 2 hours. Um, Today I am using the Spellbinders cutting dies in the City Holiday die set, which I think is absolutely charming. And then I'm also using the BetterPress Christmas Cheer Sentiments. And I'm very excited to make this card, so let's get going. So getting started, I am using my BetterPress machine for the first time ever. I got it for Christmas and I'm finally using it. I will say it was easy to use. I typically just, if I want to do something like this, just use the rubber pad on my die cutting machine. But I thought, let's just try it. I got it. And of course, the one sentiment kept moving on me, so I couldn't re-stamp that or repress that. So it was a little light. It was still very legible, but I wanted it a little darker. Other than that, it worked great. Very much enjoyed using it. I'm using Altenews Rose Gold ink, so it's a little bronzy and a little goldy color, and that was perfect. Just a little bit of a touch of sophistication because I think the die set is a little sophisticated as well, even though the creator is not. So die cut out the sentiments. I think they did turn out really well. And now I've got a bunch of 5x7, not a bunch, I have 5x7 panels, and I'm using the bleed proof white, and I diluted it and made snow, and I wanted big glops of snow. Now I'm making 30 windows because I'm making 5 cards, so we had to do the curtains for each window, one on each side. And then that was on the yellow window base that I had cut out. And then we cut out the window frames for each window, which you don't have to do this, but I like all of the look together. So doing that, so that's the completed look. And I will say, while this took me forever to die cut everything out, and I was getting a little cranky about it, the finished product made me so happy. So I'm gluing on the main picture window. So to me, this would be like a storefront. There's apartments above, and this is the storefront, or it could be one of those beautiful New York or I think it's Pennsylvania that has these beautiful brownstones, somewhere in Pennsylvania. Just beautiful brownstones. And this could be one of those as well, where you've got the 3 levels and yeah, it's just you get the big picture window on the main level and then a bunch of windows on the other levels. So adding all of my windows. I will say the impression that the die leaves on the paper, if you want to follow it, it's wonderful. I had a different idea in mind. So in that case, I could not use the die. I just measured this. I don't even remember what the measurements are. And then cut out a rectangle that size. I mean, you could use the die, but then you've got these indentations where the windows should be and the door should be. So it's just up to you, whichever you prefer. So getting the swags and the wreath on. So the cardstock, the navy blue that I did the background, the snows on, is Discount Cardstock's Patriotic Blue. The light blue that is the building is Pop Tone Snow Cone. The burgundy, which I did not use on this card, but I will have on my blog, was Royal Linen Burgundy. And then the red is Pop Tone Wild Cherry. And then the green for the Christmas tree and the wreath is Discount Cardstock Bonsai. And then any white I used was Cougar White. And then the browns that I used were by Lacebo Coffee Bean. And all of these, and the pale yellow that's in the windows is Pop Tone Banana Split. And then the exterior, I think that's it actually, yeah. And all of these cards I get from Cut Cardstock. So they're beautiful colors, they're excellent weights. You can get them in 60, you can get them in 85 pounds. Some of them you can get in 110 pound. I'm usually the I can't remember now if it's 80 or 85. That's my weight right there for my cardstock. I like a really medium weight because if you get a lot of layers together like this, it tends to be a lot. So I've got the roof on, and now I was looking to see if I like the windowsills, and I did. So that's something I'll be adding. Putting the front steps on, and now that once I get these windowsills on, which were pretty easy to put on, and it just adds one more detail, which I love. Yeah, it just finishes the windows nicely. So I'm going to add the rest of the windowsills. Window ledges maybe would be a better word. Oh my goodness. Better word for this. And then the extra layer on the steps, so there's a little dimension there. And so now I'm adding the bricks. So I made 5 of these, and for each of the 5, I cut out 5 bricks. So I'm layering a couple here. I did one towards the top, layering a couple here, and then I'll layer a couple underneath the main window. Okay, I will say I did add presents. So when you see the finished card at the, during this video, it's not the card I did. I forgot that I added presents, and I took pictures after. So the card that you see in the introduction is the finished card. And you can check out my blog too for all of that. So putting the snow hill on behind the building, and then snow on the rooftop, and trying to decide where I want the greeting to go, figured it out. Added foam tape to the back and added it to my card base. There was no need for you to have to stare at me doing that. And now figuring out my greeting, and I put it on the top. So it covers all of that snow. All right, so here's the card we made together. I will say this is very, very die cut intensive because the set only comes with one window. And you need to cut it out 6 times to make the card. And I'm making 5 cards, so I literally was die cutting for 2 hours. So whenever I make my Christmas cards, I make 5 of each style. So this is one of the styles that I'm making. I'm very grateful that you joined me today. I hope you will like and subscribe and thumbs up, and we will see you soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.